The United States is announcing a big arrest in the 2012 terrorist attack in Benghazi, Libya, that killed the U.S. ambassador and 3 others. Jim Spellman has our story.
U.S. officials describe him as a key figure in the 2012 attack on the U.S. diplomatic mission in Benghazi, Libya. And on Sunday, U.S. Special Forces captured Ahmed Abu Khattala in Libya.
It's important for us to send a message to the world that when Americans are attacked, no matter how long it takes, we will find those responsible and we will bring them to justice.
Khattala is the only person so far arrested in the attack that killed 4 Americans, including the U.S. ambassador to Libya, Chris Stevens. No photographs are known to exist of him, but he is no stranger to the media. In the months and years after the attack, Khattala gave numerous interviews to Western media organizations in which he denied having a role in the attack. In 2013, he was interviewed by CNN at an outdoor cafe in Benghazi.
هل في حدا من الجهة الليبية أو مثلا من الجهة الأمريكية جربوا يتواصلوا معك؟ أبدا. يعني ما في ولا مسؤول ليبي ولا مسؤول أمريكي جرب يتواصل معك ويقول لك؟
حتى فريق التحقيق اللي جاء بنغازي ما حاولوش حتى محاولة اتصال.
These interviews infuriated critics of President Obama, who claimed his administration wasn't doing enough to bring the people behind the attacks to justice, and wondered why U.S. authorities couldn't find him when journalists could. Tuesday, the U.S. State Department pushed back.
It's far from unprecedented for members of the media to interview terrorists or interview individuals along these lines. We've seen that occur in other cases, and frankly, it's not a surprise that an individual like this would show up for an interview. We don't think they would show up for a scheduled meeting with the special forces. So obviously it's more challenging to undertake our operations.
U.S. officials say Khattala is currently en route to the United States and no longer in Libya, but they won't say exactly where he is right now. In the past, suspects in similar situations have been taken to U.S. Navy ships at sea for questioning. When they arrive on U.S. soil, they're handed over to so-called FBI clean teams, interrogators who haven't spoken to the suspect before and will only question him under the rules of the U.S. justice system. Charges have been filed against Khattala in federal court here in Washington, D.C., so this is likely where he will end up probably within the next few days, Mike.
Well, let's stay here in Washington, D.C., and let's talk politics behind all of this, because President Obama and former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton have been blasted repeatedly by critics for not reacting quickly enough after this attack. Tonight,
Hillary Clinton, the former Secretary of State, has said she's pleased by this news. The U.S. House of Representatives here have launched a select committee to investigate the Benghazi attacks, which will probably make the politics around this even more intense. At the center of this is the former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton, who is seen as a likely presidential candidate in 2016. Her critics are not likely to give up bashing her over Benghazi despite the arrest of Khattala. The politics won't stop here in Washington, Mike.
All right, Jim Spellman live for us from our newsroom. Thanks so much.